Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, subscribe if you're new. My Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok are all linked down below. And yeah, let's get straight to it. First off, I just want to say this is probably one of my favorite alternate modes of all time for Transformers. Just the way it compacts and transforms is so cool to me, especially the front section. My one complaint, the only complaint I have with this alternate mode is there's a bit of hollow in the front there like that. I mean, it's not a deal breaker because in most angles you're not even going to notice it, but it's like this mix between Optimus Prime and Dark of the Moon Megatron before Dark of the Moon Megatron was even a thing, because this guy was released in 2004. It's like something you'd see in Mad Max, but he's an Autobot, so Hasbro had to throw in bright colors like the orange, light blue, and yellow that accents all over this guy, which is beautifully done, by the way. Nice color palette. There's also dark blue, as you can see, and then there's like copper paint for the tires there. There's tires inside there too, which I think have the, yep, they have the copper paint as well, which is cool. And there's this nice silver and red paint there inside the gears for the treads, which is nice. There's wheels under there that allow it to roll decently. I mean, it's a sort of a heavy figure. This would be like today's version of a leader class. So he's kind of heavy, but it allows for some decent rolling. And this crane piece right here can move up and down, can rotate side to side. And this can come all the way out like that. And you could hook stuff on, which is cool. And it retracts by pushing this button right here. That fast. It's like a blink and you'll miss it type thing. But very cool feature. And then there's this light blue gun right here, which would have a missile. But I don't have the missile, but it rotates and moves up and down. Same thing as the crane. And the back is basically just with this light gray metallic sort of paint on there, which is cool. A lot of nice detailing. You can see there's some nice silver paint there for the engine. Nice Autobot logo painted there. If my camera, there we go, focus. Nice silver accents there. Got some gunmetal gray, sort of. Well, that's more of like a gray. But a lot of nice paint detailing and just color work going on with this guy. I love the angular smokestacks. Like, it's 3 smokestacks on each side. You can position these any way you want. They're on a rotating joint, so if you want them back, you can have them back a little bit more. Okay, after like 30 seconds of fiddling and sweating my balls off, I finally got the trailer piece off. It tabs in there very tightly with these 2 tabs, and then there's those 2 holes right there. This trailer piece does have lights and sounds, but I'm pretty sure it's dead on mine. Let me see here. Yeah, this is dead, not working. You would press that button and sounds would come at it right here. And this popped off as well. This was like a separate piece that just clips in. That was probably for like packaging reasons back in the day, so it doesn't really add anything. But taking a look at the cab itself, it's kind of bare bones. You can now angle these back if you want. I'm assuming this would look kind of cool with the Rodimus figure in the same line, but I don't have that guy yet, at least. But it's a decent looking cab. It looks kind of weird from the back, not gonna lie. But from a side angle like that, or from the front, it looks pretty cool actually. But yeah, same details as before. And this is how the trailer looks on its own. So let's transform this 2004 chunky goodness. So just gonna run through this here. Untab those. That untabs from there. And then this, you're going to extend the legs outward like that. And then you're going to pull them forward. And then they're going to tab in to form the crotch. And then you're going to bring this plow piece up. And that's going to form like some sort of crotch plate. And it's going to tab in, sort of. And then the rest of the plow bits are going to form the feet. They're going to tab into that hole right there. And then there's the peg right there. It's gonna tab in like so. On the other side as well. So legs all done. Easy, but something a little different too, to just wet your willy for a little bit. And then we're going to come up here and disengage that piece, fold it down, angle out the arms, untab this piece, flip it back. A lot of cool things going on with this transformation. I really like it. It's got a bit of steps to it, but it's very easy and easy to remember. Flip up the head, flip this back into the chest there, and then this will angle up like that, and then that compresses nicely. And the arms, you flip those down, and then these are like on sliding joints to flip out the hands on each side. So it's kind of hard to do on mine, but I grip it with 2 fingers and I sort of just slide it forward like that. It's a nice tight secure fit, so you won't have to worry about it sliding back on you. But that's just how I normally do it. Not a whole lot of new details get revealed once you fully transform him, but we do get some new stuff here, like with the thighs, which are just plain dark blue, but you do get some nice detailing, if I could show it off with my lighting. You got some cool sculpted divots there for the thigh. Kind of smooth there. And of course we obviously have the head sculpt, which is pretty cool. There's brilliant yellow light piping there, which I usually hate light piping, but it works on this figure. He sort of has this visor with this clear plastic with this yellow hue to it. And it works. Got the mouth there. Smokestacks on the shoulders, which looks cool. You can angle these however you want. I like them out on an angle like that. Kind of gives them an interesting silhouette. So let's run through articulation on this bad boy, shall we? Now, for Energon, I know a lot of the figures were sort of coming off that Armada brick phase, but this guy is actually well articulated, which is why I picked him up. Head can rotate, which is good. Arms all the way around, ratcheted, all the way out. You could also use that joint too. Bicep swivel, 90 degrees of bend, and it is ratcheted as well. No wrist swivel because of transformation. No waist. But hips can move all the way out. Like that. If you don't untab his gents, you can move them more than a full split. Could go like that, which is good. Full ratchets. And the tabs on the legs and on the crotch can kind of untab easily because of how sturdy the ratchet joints are. But legs kick forward that much and back the same amount, 90 degrees. You got upper knee rotation. You got 90 degrees of bend, ratcheted. Most of this guy's ratchet joints. And then you have the ankle pivot, which is very good. And you could untab this and move the feet all the way however you want to position it. Now for this trailer piece, you could do a couple things with it. You could leave it like this, attach it to the truck like I showed you, or you could give it like this sort of base mode or like sort of this drone mode. What I like to do is disengage these blue pieces and then flip this around like that. Bring those back sections down. Bring the blue bits down. And you sort of got this mini drone slash base thing. And yeah, just like that, you could have him back there pretending he's manning this little battle station here, shooting the gun, shooting the grappling hook at Decepticons. And I think that's pretty cool. But also, which is the main attraction of this little trailer piece, is that he combines with Landmine to form this sort of a super battle mode type thing. So first up, what you want to do is untab these from here and untab them from back there. Oh, come on now. There we go. These are tight tabs. And then what you do next is you put the hands back in. And these will tab in. There's 2 pegs there, two holes there. They tab in like that. Then you flip out these little bits as like claw fingers or something. Same thing on this side. Tab it in. And then just that alone looks pretty cool. But this becomes like sort of this weapon backpack. Flip those up. Angle these however you want, but I just do it like that. And then there's, let me straighten this out. There's 2 slots there, 2 pegs right there. They tab in. 1 and 2. Nice secure fit. And there you got Landmine in an armored up mode. You can angle this gun out so you could angle it however you want. That's pretty much stuck in that position. But yeah, this is cool. None of the articulation gets hindered. It's pretty much the same, except he can't look that way because this crane piece, you could maybe try, oh, I just popped it off. Could maybe try and flip it around like what I did with the gun. Nope, you can't. So you can basically just look that way in the battle mode. There he is with another super mode buddy, Bulkhead or Sprung in Japan. I can't remember if these guys in the show ever like teamed up together because of the whole super mode upgrade motif that they both have here. But it does look pretty cool having these two together. It's been a while since I've watched it. But let me know down in the comments if these guys teamed up. I honestly can't remember. There he is next to Cliff Jumper. I know, it's not the typical red G1 tiny Cliff Jumper, but you gotta admit this looks sick together as well. All in all, I'd say this guy still holds up as a pretty good figure. If you want to put him in your new Generations collection, get him. He's on eBay for about, I don't know, prices range between like $35, $40 to like $55. It depends on the condition, if he has the missile and instructions or not. Mine didn't have the missile, instructions, or any of that, so I got him for, I believe, with shipping, tax included, I got him for about $45, close to $50 back in December of last year, 2021 at the time of this recording. And I think it was worth it. He's about what you would get for a leader class these days. I mean, the only thing that's a bit outdated with him is maybe the ratchet joints and the head articulation, how it can't move that way because of the crane. And by the way, the crane piece still does work in this mode, which is cool. I usually display him with the crane, with the hook piece hanging out like that. But yeah, out of 10, I would have to rate this guy an 8 out of 10. Amazing vehicle mode, great paint apps, solid robot mode. The articulation, like I said, the ratchet joints, and of course with the super mode, with him not being able to look left because of the crane, that does bring him down to what would otherwise be, I would say, almost a perfect figure. And maybe if you threw in, I don't know, a wrist swivel and a waist swivel too, and maybe a ball jointed head as well. But yeah, I'd say an 8 out of 10.